Let's take a trip back in time. You're 18, fresh out of high school, and everyone says college is the key to your future. You're staring at a stack of student loan papers, full of jargon and big numbers you barely understand. You don't know the difference between subsidized and unsubsidized loans, and compound interest might as well be magic. But everyone, parents, teachers, counselors, says this is the only way. The pressure is real. It doesn't feel like a choice. So you sign, joking about selling your soul, not realizing how true that might be. Fast forward a decade. That signature has become a financial shadow you can't escape. It's why you can't leave a job you hate, why you're still renting, why you're putting off life milestones. That one moment shaped your adult life in ways you never imagined. For many, it wasn't an investment, it was a trap. And it was set long before you picked up the pen. This isn't about personal failure. We did what we were told. The real story is a system that profits from our ambition. We didn't fail the system failed us. The promise of college as the great equalizer? For millions, it was a lie. The system was never designed to help us succeed. It was designed to make money off our dreams. Now, we're left with the consequences. It's time to talk about how we got here and what we can do about it. This isn't just about debt. It's about a generation's stolen future. We need to understand the roots of this crisis. Only then can we start to fix it. Let's dig in. Meet Sarah. First in her family to go to college, she did everything right. Good grades, hard work, big dreams. Her family couldn't afford tuition, so she took out loans and worked part-time to get by. After graduation, she landed a junior designer job, her dream finally within reach. Then the loan bills started coming. Her monthly payment was more than her car and health insurance combined. She moved back in with her parents just to keep up. Years later, Sarah's a senior designer, but her debt hasn't shrunk. It's grown, thanks to interest. She's watched friends who skipped college buy homes and start families. She can't get a mortgage, hesitates to get married, and starting a family feels impossible. Sarah's story is the story of millions. Her ambition became her burden. The degree that was supposed to open doors now keeps her locked out. She feels shame, but she did everything society told her to do. This isn't personal failure. It's a system that preys on hope. Student loans were supposed to be a ladder. For many, they're an anchor. The system is broken, and it's breaking people like Sarah. We need to see the real faces behind the numbers. This is about lives, not just loans, and it's time for change. Let's talk numbers. In 1980, total U.S. student loan debt was $10 billion. Today, it's over $1.8 trillion, more than all credit card and auto loan debt combined. Over 45 million Americans carry this burden. The average millennial owes about $38,000. Monthly payments of $400 or $500 eat up paychecks, making it hard to save or invest. The value of a degree hasn't skyrocketed, but the cost has. College costs exploded as public funding shrank, shifting the burden to students. Millennials are the first generation to be, on average, worse off financially than their parents. In the 1970s, a summer job could pay for a year of college. Now, a full year of minimum wage work barely covers tuition. The system is rigged, and we're paying the price. This isn't about spending on lattes, it's about a generational debt bomb. The numbers don't lie. The crisis is real. Student loans aren't like other debt. Can't pay your credit card? Bankruptcy can wipe the slate clean. Student loans, almost impossible to discharge thanks to a 2005 law. You'd have to prove undue hardship, a nearly impossible standard. This debt follows you for life, no matter what. Lose your job, get sick, It doesn't matter. Interest keeps piling up, often faster than you can pay it down. Many borrowers see their balances grow, not shrink. Fall behind. The government can garnish wages, seize tax refunds, even take Social Security. No other debt works like this. Student loans are a life sentence, not just a bill. It's a system designed to trap, not help, and millions are caught in it. This crisis didn't happen by accident. For decades, college was a public good, affordable, accessible, state-subsidized. In the 1980s, states slashed funding, shifting costs to students. Colleges raised tuition to cover the gap. Meanwhile, the federal government made borrowing easier, fueling a vicious cycle. Colleges raised prices, knowing students could borrow more. The risk shifted from states to 18-year-olds. The result? Skyrocketing tuition, ballooning debt, and no accountability. This isn't about a few students at fancy schools. It's millions forced to borrow just to attend state universities. The system was redesigned to profit lenders and schools, not students. We privatize the cost and socialize the risk for everyone but the student. It's a policy-driven disaster, and it was built this way, step by step. Now, we're living with the fallout. Student debt isn't just a number, it's a roadblock to adulthood. Home ownership? Hard to save for a down payment or qualify for a mortgage with massive loans. Marriage and kids? Many delay or forgo them, not wanting to share the burden. Starting a business? Too risky with a non-negotiable monthly payment. Millennials have lower home ownership rates and are starting families later than any previous generation. The American dream is on hold. This isn't just personal, it's economic. Less spending, less innovation, a growing wealth gap. Debt has locked a generation out of prosperity. We're stuck in financial adolescence. Life is on pause, and the play button is buried under debt. The cost of student loans isn't just financial, it's emotional. Debt is a daily weight, fueling stress, anxiety, and hopelessness. Millions live one emergency away from disaster. Chronic stress leads to anxiety, depression, even suicidal thoughts. Shame and stigma make it hard to talk about. Relationships suffer, self-worth erodes. People stay in jobs they hate just to keep up with payments. Burnout is common. This is a public health crisis, not just a money problem. The price of education shouldn't be our peace of mind. Student loan forgiveness is a lifeline for millions, and a huge economic boost. But forgiveness alone won't fix the system. If we wipe out debt but change nothing, the next generation will face the same trap. Forgiveness is a band-aid, not a cure. Real reform means tackling the root cause, the outrageous cost of college. States must reinvest in public universities and lower tuition, cap interest rates and stop profiting off students. Repayment plans should be truly income-based, with forgiveness after a reasonable period. Restore bankruptcy protections for student loans. We need a system that works for students, not lenders. Only then can we break the cycle. Real reform means fixing cost, interest, and repayment. So, what now? First, recognize this is a systemic failure, not your fault. Trade shame for solidarity. There are 45 million of us. This is a movement, not a support group. Gen Z is facing the same trap, and the next generation will too if we don't act. The question: should education depend on family wealth or on talent and ambition? We need bold structural change, demand higher education as a public good, not a luxury, fight for restored funding, fair tuition, and compassionate repayment. A college degree should be a path to opportunity, not a life sentence. This isn't radical, it's how things used to be. The status quo is unsustainable. It's time to rewrite the rules for ourselves and the future. Our generation's future depends on it.